honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now you're acting.
Well, the hope was that these Florida showers would have passed through by now, but it looks like we're in for a wet one tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A handoff to Fournette. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So CD... You talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Shotgun now for Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Gano's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Running left, it's Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? Play action. Now it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a play fake. Brady. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 34 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Second and 4. Brady. They'll drop this off for Bernard. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Another catch for it there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run here with Bernard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Brady now to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jones finds his tight end Ingram. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, New York.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brady. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaud.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On play action, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of who's going to block better, who's going to tackle better. In this case, to me, it's turnover.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Brady again. Going for it all. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Barkley. Barkley a 1st down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers. Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going. I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Leonard Fournette, which for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one. And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time,
How about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Succop's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, now Brady. Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and very short, Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. That's complete to Slayton. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll begin here with Bernard. He's got room to run past the 20. And down to the 27-yard line. 87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw again.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Brady going to look to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Shotgun now for Brady.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here, in this fourth quarter.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly